Biden supporters, how come you never have anything to actually say about why you support Biden, why you voted for him in the first place, and why you want to vote for him again? It's never anything like, I'm a big fan of countries that have no borders and just allow anybody to come on in all willy-nilly, or I'm a huge fan of massive inflation. I don't like to get too rich feeling, so I like when I go to the store and prices are so over the top that they keep me in check financially. Or even anything like, I like when my leader can't properly produce a sentence despite having note cards in his pocket that tell him what to say and teleprompters. Like, that gives me the assurance that I have a powerful leader. No, it's never anything like that. It's always Trump, blah, 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 Trump this, blah, 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 Trump that, blah, 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 Trump this. Oh, well, at least he's not Trump. I voted for him because he's not Trump. Is that seriously all you got? You choose somebody just because he's not the other guy? That's kind of terrible, misguided selection decision making. And then the other part is, you guys are so misinformed on everything. You're quick to call, oh, Trump's super racist. Oh, Trump this, Trump that. Do you not realize that everything that you accuse Trump of, Biden and the Democrats are either currently doing or did do recently in the past, recent past? And then you talk about racist. How is he racist? He used to be super popular. Then he decides to become president, and now everyone hates him because he chose Republican. If he chose Democrats, you guys would love him. He'd be the best president of all time. You guys worship him. You'd be propping him up to be a third-term president. But nope, he chose the red team, so, oh, he's a bad guy. He's so racist. Blah, 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 blah. And it's funny, because there's so much nonsense on Biden, but you guys just choose to ignore it. His comments about, oh, you can't go into a Dunkin' Donuts or a 7-Eleven without having an Indian accent. Or, I don't want my kids to grow up in a racial jungle. Or, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. Or any other nonsense. And then there's his daughter's diary about how he would shower with her and it made her super uncomfortable. So she would wait until late at night when I knew it was a little bit safer because he wouldn't be coming around to come in the shower with me. But that's all fine, right? You totally ignore that. And you choose him because he's not the other guy. How does it make sense? Anyways, though, then you got to think about your candidate. Your candidate doesn't even have anything to try to run a campaign on. The only thing that the Biden-Harris re-elect ticket is abortion. Overturning the overturn of Roe v. Wade. That's all they got. Which, first off, you're only marketing to kind of a small group of the total population when that's your only campaign point. I mean, first off, that's only women that's going to appeal to. It doesn't really affect men. Yeah, maybe some guys would be like, oh, you got pregnant, would you like to get an abortion? But at the end of the day, it's always the girl's decision, so it really makes no difference for any guys. And at that, it's only the liberal girls that really care about that. And the more extreme liberal, the ones that are more loose and more likely to get pregnant because they're making terrible decisions, So you're appealing to a small fraction of individuals. Actually, you're really only appealing to, like, middle-aged women who can't get pregnant in the first place, which is kind of weird that they're so hell-bent on worrying about abortion rights, like the whole crew on The View. What's the youngest one there? Sunny? She's like, what, mid-40s? She's on her way to menopause, and the rest have already gone through menopause 20 years ago, but yeah, abortion's their number one thing to cry about, which makes no sense. Like, you can't get pregnant, so you're good. But anyways, back to the points I'm trying to make. The other thing is, when there's so much wrong with the country, and the team that you want to vote for is only going to talk about abortion, that means they think that everything's fine. They think the ridiculous inflation is fine. It's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to change. They think wide open borders are fine. There's nothing to talk about, nothing to change. They think letting Ukraine and Israel keep going on and on and on, just keep funding them, is fine. And you should care a lot more about that than, oh, well, it's not this guy. That's why I vote for him, because it's not this guy. At least the other guy that you don't like has a lot of plans in mind on how to fix all this. If he gets into office, Ukraine will probably be over within 6 months. Israel will be over within 3 months of him getting into office. Like, the guy that you want to choose, this is just going to keep going on and on and on and on and on. Why do you support war? Essentially. Why do you support taxpayer money going to another country in ridiculous amounts of stacks when that money is supposed to be used here? It's our taxes that were taken to get that stockpile of cash. You know, I would rather see it being spent here, not over in Ukraine, a place I've never been to, never will go to, and don't care about because of A and B. Like, so, yeah, I don't get it. Like, I see all the time on Twitter. I don't know why my Twitter is full of all the libs. I mean, luckily the comments are usually the people like me that are just talking crap on these lib posts. But it's always lib posts that I have to first see. And it's all these people, I'm voting blue. How about you? Hey, raise your hand if you're voting for Biden-Harris 2024. But there's never any reason why you want to choose them. They've had a chance, okay? They suck. They've been one of the worst administrations that this country has had in, I don't know, last 100 years? I mean, geez. Prior to this, Carter had the record for the worst administration. Well, he's been able to live to see worse. Unfortunately, though, he's on their team, so he probably won't admit it. Oh, Biden's doing okay. But, yeah, but you want to keep voting for this? It doesn't make any sense. You know, I saw one post today that said it was one of these libs, and they took a screenshot of Trump's Truth Social page, and his message was just, "Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago?" And the person quote tweeted that. Well, it was a screenshot, so then he put a caption that said something, "By all metrics, yes." And then I commented, like, "What are you talking about? All metrics? What are your metrics? Are your metrics that you want to live in a country that's in shambles? Is that your metrics? That's weird metrics to have, because otherwise your answer should easily be no." Like, I wanted to make chicken parm a couple weeks ago, and I had $120 on me, and I wasn't even sure if that was going to be enough to cover getting pasta, butter, chicken, some seasonings, and some ingredients to make a homemade sauce. I wasn't even sure if $120 was enough. But you're telling me that things are great? Oh, yeah. Oh, by every metric, things are better now than they were 4 years ago. Really? Like, I should know that $120 is easily going to cover a chicken parm dinner, and I have plenty left over. Not be worried, like, do I have enough? Side note, I did have enough. It actually only came up to like $64. But even then, $64, that's ridiculous. It should have been like 30 tops. Chicken should have been my most expensive thing. But yeah, it's just dumb. These people, you people, I don't know what audience this is going to hit, whether it's people who think like me or if it's you doofuses, but you just don't make any sense. Like, do some research, look into things, learn about stuff. Don't just blindly vote blue no matter who. No, vote for whoever is an actual good option and deserves to have the position. You know, just because you personally don't like someone for whatever misguided reasons, they don't even ever really have reasons to not like Trump either. That's the other thing. Oh, I just hate him. Why? Because CNN told you to? Because MSNBC told you to? Because Rachel Maddow, she's someone you should listen to. She told you to. Jen Psaki told you not to like him. Is that why? Is that the only reason you have? There's nothing really like, well, I don't like him because of, because of his tweets that he used to do, right? Because he was mean and blah, blah. No, he told the truth. That's the irony, too. You're always quick to call him a liar. Yet anytime that Biden is able to finally actually formulate a sentence, it's just lies that come out. Lies. Gaslighting. Trump actually just tells the truth. He says it how it is. But you don't want to hear that. You want those lies that Biden and Harris do all the time. You don't want to hear truth. I don't know. That's why they say that people need to have like a I don't know, some kind of IQ, not IQ test, but like economic IQ test.